So we'll continue with that sum that we were doing. Now, if suppose you have to find out the value of n if nc8 is equal to nc6. Okay, so this is similar to one of the property that we have dealt with already. It is some. So we will use this property. Okay, this is similar to this property. If ncr is equal to ncs, then we will either have r is equal to s or s will be equal to n minus r. Correct? So यहाँ पे according to the given condition, we will just write the property again. If ncx is equal to ncy, then what according to the property? Then either x will be equal to y or x will be equal to n minus y. The only difference is हमने ऊपर r और s लिया था. Either I am taking x and y, so that's absolutely okay. So यहाँ पे we get either x equal to y or else x is equal to n minus y. So यहाँ पे r or s. So these are not equal, right? 8 is not equal to 6. So then we will have the other condition. So x will be equal to n minus y. That is nothing but x will be equal to x की जगह पे we have 8, y की जगह पे we have y. So that will be equal to n minus 6, right? So therefore we have value of n as 8 plus 6, so that is equal to 14. So you have to remember all these points in your mind, all these properties in your mind. Only then you will be able to kind of apply these properties in the sum, and then it should strike which property you have to use. Now suppose if we have a sum like this, यहाँ पे you have to find r. Okay, you have to find r if 16c4 plus 16c5 plus 17c6 plus 18c7 is equal to 19c r. Okay, you have to find out the value of r if this is given to you. यहाँ पे how will we do? Here you have to find out the value of r. We have already done one property. अब यहाँ पे क्या है ना? You try to take the same numbers, okay, the same things and similar numbers और उसका group बनाओ, like 16c4 plus 16c5. These two, इनमें से n is common, right? So just try to write them together and with a bracket sign. This is 17 and not 7. Plus 17c6 plus 18c7. This is your left hand side, which is equal to 19cr, right? So यहाँ पे according to this, now this topic, right? This is same as ncr plus ncr minus 1, right? So this is same as that. So अभी हमारे पास यहाँ पे एक formula था, this one, ncr plus ncr minus 1. Then the right hand side that will be equal to n plus 1 cr, right? So यहाँ पे n है, r का value है और यहाँ पे r का value एक less है. So we will write that as n plus 1 cr. This is your n is 16, so n plus 1 would be 17. cr, that's 5 plus 17c6 plus 18c7. Okay, this is equal to 19cr. Now again I am kind of making same groups because यहाँ पे again n is same. Now again using the same property, ncr plus ncr minus 1. ncr, this is ncr plus ncr minus 1. n का value is 17, r का value is 6, right? r minus 1 will be equal to 5. So here again we get n plus 1 cr plus this item as it is 18c7. This is equal to 19cr. So now we just have this one thing remaining. This is again, we'll use the same thing. This will become 19c7, which is equal to 19cr. Now this is same as ncr is equal to ncx. Then r will be equal to s, right? So यहाँ पे we have r will either be equal to 7 or r will either be equal to 19 minus 7, that is equal to 12. So r can have these two values. Either r will be equal to 7 or r will be equal to 12. Okay. So now coming to the next topic, the next, sorry, not the next topic, but the next type of sums in combination. So combination, as I said, you will be using whenever we have to kind of select something, okay? It can be selection of objects, selection of a number of balls, number of pens, or anything for that matter. Suppose if you have a question like this, find the total number of ways, find the total number of ways of drawing 9 balls, okay, of drawing 9 balls. Drawing means nothing but selecting or picking up, okay. So this is actually a combination problem. So you don't panic that यहाँ पे arrangement भी नहीं दिया है, selection भी नहीं दिया है. Drawing exactly means the same as selecting or kind of choosing object, okay. From a bag that has 6 red balls, 8 green balls, and 7 blue balls. So that 3 balls of every color are drawn. Okay, every color are drawn. So what do you have to do in this problem? यहाँ पे, as I said, drawing is nothing but it means selection. So we have to select. How many balls in total we have to select? In total, we have to select 9 balls. Okay, 9 balls from a bag. Okay, there is a big bag, और वो bag में 6 red balls are there, 8 green balls are there, 7 blue balls are there. इन इतने सारे total number of balls में से हमको 9 balls choose करना है in such a way that every color, 3 balls of each color are drawn. मतलब 3 red balls should be there, 3 green balls should be there, 3 blue balls should be there. So in total 3 plus 3 plus 3, that becomes 9. So in total 9 balls should be drawn in such a way. How many ways that we can do that? So now when we're talking about the color, right? So we have a restriction कि 3 red का ही होना चाहिए, 3 green का होना चाहिए और 3 blue का होना चाहिए. So now we will do it color wise, as I said. So total red, how many do we have according to the question? We have total green 6 red balls, right? So 6 red balls में से हमको select कितना red balls करना है? 3 red balls करना है. So unlike the example in the beginning, how I gave you, out of 10 students we have to select 3 students. So that we will write in 10C3 ways, correct? So here, out of 6 red balls, 3 red balls can be selected in 6C3 ways. Okay, and likewise we will do it for the other colors also. Out of, for the other color, out of 8 green balls, 3 green balls can be selected in 8C3 ways. Yes, likewise the last one, out of 7 blue balls, 3 blue balls can be selected in 7C3 ways. Okay, so in total 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3, we are getting 9 balls, right? So we have to select 6 red में से we have to select 3 red balls, and also from 8 green balls we have to select 3 green balls, and also from 7 blue balls we have to select 3 blue balls. So this is like and. So we are going to multiply all these answers and we are going to find out the answer. How are we going to do this? You can do individual 6 C3 individually find karo, 8 C3 individually find karo, 7 C3 individually find karo, and then all the answers you kind of multiply, or else you can do everything in the same step. That is also okay. So 6 C3 will be nothing but 6 factorial n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Likewise here n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Here again we have n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Plus n minus r is nothing but 7 minus 3. Okay. So अभी यहाँ पे तुमको each and everything we have to calculate. So this will be nothing but 6 को I'll write it as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Then what? Then for the next one, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 5 factorial into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 3 factorial into 4 factorial. Right? So these numbers are getting cancelled. 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 5 factorial, 5 factorial, 4, 4 factorial. Right? And now 3 factorial is same as 6. Yes, 6. 3 factorial is nothing but 3 into 2 into 1, that is equal to 6. 3 factorial and 6 we can cancel wherever we have. Whatever remains, that we just have to multiply. This will be 5 4s are 20. This will be 7 8s are 56. The other one will be 7 5s are 35. So you just have to multiply all these three. So total number of ways will be equal to 20 into 56 into 35. Yes. So that is nothing but on multiplying this thing, you will get the answer as 39200. Okay. So that is one sum on this thing. Okay. So now we will move on to the next question. So we have problems related to cards as well in this lesson, especially when it comes to combination. You should always know that how do we, how many number of cards are there in a pack of playing cards, how many number of red cards are there, how many number of black cards are there, फिर king कितना है, jack कितना है. So all those things you should know. Okay, that we have already done in the first class, but still we will do some more, and that time I'll make you all understand better. Okay. So we will do one exercise. We will do one. We'll take up one sum from exercise 6.6. So this question is nothing but after a meeting. Okay, so there was a meeting, and after the meeting, every participant shakes hand with another participant. Okay, after a meeting, every participant shakes hand with another participant. If the number of handshakes is 66. Okay, if number of handshakes is 66, you have to find out the number of participants in the meeting. Okay, the number of participants in the meeting. All right, so this question is nothing but they're talking about a meeting where every person in the meeting shakes hands with every other participant. Okay, every other person. If the total number of handshakes done in the meeting were 66, you have to find out how many people were there in the meeting or how many participants were there in the meeting जिन लोगों ने हैंडशेक किया. एक्चुअली सभी ने हैंडशेक किया है वो मीटिंग में, और इतना बता रहे हैं कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ जो हैंडशेक्स हुआ था वो मीटिंग में 66 है. सो हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ पीपल विल बी देयर. ओके, तो ऐसे ही हम लोग देखते हैं हर कोई 66 बार हैंडशेक करेगा, देन हाउ मेनी लोग रहेंगे, तो उधर शायद 66 लोग रहेंगे. नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. So you have to find the total number of participants. Initially, we will assume that let the total number of participants be equal to x. Okay, let number of participants in the meeting be x. Okay, so after this, now how can you shake hands, right? When you shake hands, matlab there are two people involved, right? Two people can make one hand, one shake hand, barabar. So there are two people who can make one shake hand. So एक shake hand के लिए there are two people needed. In short, there are two hands needed, right? So these are the total number of people, और उनमें से two people can make a handshake, right? So this is nothing but the number of handshake. but it is already given to us in the question that the total number of handshakes done in the meeting is equal to 66. Are you understanding? Total number of people, उनमें से दो सिलेक्ट करते हैं क्योंकि एक हैंडशेक के लिए दो लोग लगते हैं, तो वैसे टोटल नंबर ऑफ ये कितना हो गया NC2, because the total number of handshakes done in the meeting were 66. So we have this equation NC2 is equal to 66. Now we have to kind of solve this and find out the value of n. Sorry, we will not take this as x, we will take this as n. Okay, sorry. So this n C2 which is equal to 66. Total number of people, each handshake के लिए 2 people. Total number of handshake is 66. So NC2 is equal to 66. Now we are going to use that formula NCR का. NCR is nothing but n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial, right? But यहाँ पे we have r का value as 2. So we will have n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial, that is equal to 66. Okay. So here we will just solve. This is nothing but n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. I'm just splitting that n factorial like n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. I had given you that formula in the very beginning of this lecture. This lesson. N factorial can always be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into so on and so forth, and 3 into 2 into 1. So I am just stopping this as n minus 2 factorial because I know that that is there in the denominator, which is going to kind of help me. This is equal to 66. Okay, so then cancelling, and what do we get? This is equal to n into n minus 1, which is nothing but that is equal to 66 into 2 factorial. 2 factorial is nothing but 2 already, we've done already. That will be equal to 66 into 2. So here we get n into n minus 1 is equal to 66 into 2 is nothing but 132. Okay, so हम इसको see, there are actually two ways of writing this. Okay, I will show you both the ways how to find out n का value. N into n minus 1 is nothing but 132. So हमने 132 को we can always write like this, 12 into 11. Okay, so this 12 into 11 ka product is actually equal to 132, but it should strike. Okay, so it should strike, and because these are like two consecutive numbers, back to back numbers ka multiplication आता है n minus 131. So we can kind of compare both the sides. ये n है, ये n है. This n is 1 less than n. This number is 1 less than 12. Okay, so when you compare the above equation, you get the value of n as 12. Okay, so that's the easiest way of solving this equation. But you may feel that either बहुत confusion है, you will not be able to solve that equation properly. So that time what you can do is ये वाले step के बाद n into n minus 1 which is equal to 132 के बाद what you can do is you can use a normal quadratic way, minus 132 which is equal to 0. Now how do we do that? Two numbers we have to take in such a way that uska product should be 132, and on adding that should give us minus 1. That's the middle term. So this answer will be minus 12n plus 11n minus 132 which is equal to 0. Right? Because minus 12 and 11 on multiplying gives us minus 132, minus 12 plus 11 on adding gives us minus 1. Yes, so n into n minus 12 plus 11 into n minus 12 which is equal to 0. So then what is the common thing over here? N minus 12, and then n plus 11. That's the two things remaining. So here we have, this is equal to 0. So we have two things on multiplying that gives us 0. Means either of the two bracket has to be 0. Either n minus 12 should be equal to 0 or n plus 11 should be 0. So या तो ये 0 है या तो ये 0 है. Suppose अगर n minus 12 is equal to 0, then we will have n का value as 12. Or if suppose n plus 11 is equal to 0, the n ka value will be equal to minus 11. But what did we assume in the beginning of the question? What is n? N is actually the total number of participants. So can it ever be negative? No, right? So this value is discarded. So we get the final answer of n as 12. Either this we also used to get as 12 only, but then this should strike, right? For consecutive number in such a way that it gives you 132. Whichever way you find it easy, you can do. So thus the total number of participants in the meeting is equal to 12. Okay, तो 12 लोग हैं और वहाँ पे टोटल 66 हैंडशेक हुआ है. So हर हर एक member in the meeting has given a handshake to every other person in the meeting. Okay. So we have done these kind of sums today. We have started combinations. I'll see if I can do few more sums in the next class, and then that will be the end of this permutation and combination. Then I think we can do probability.